I have this belief that there's some fate that sort of helps guide you a little bit, and what I do now, which I love, is trying to give back a lot to the young people that I'm with to really better our community.
Listen to yourself in this, like get to know who you are, because that's going to dictate how you learn across the board and how successful you are, right?
When I look back, I see so many possibilities where I might have taken a wrong turn, might have stepped off the path, and I really feel a sense of duty to help people who are in a similar situation and are looking at similar challenges. It's also something I try and hold with me as kind of a reminder of the importance of resiliency and hard work to accomplish things that are important to you.
So I was born in the Bronx, New York. My father and grandfather had a horse and buggy and sold produce and ice on the streets of New York City. They were hucksters. And my father found a job in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in a little store trimming lettuce and celery and things in the back of the store. And ever since I was 5 years old, I worked every day after school and every summer selling fresh fruit and vegetables on the street.
I am originally from Texas. When I was born, I lived with my mother, who had to drop out of college because she was pregnant with me. My mother ultimately moved to California because that's where she found employment that was going to allow her to be able to take care of me and be a single mom, and so we moved to Berkeley.
So I grew up in a small farming town called Quincy, Washington. I was one of 6 kids, and just grew up in a really dynamic, loving family. Neither of my parents had gone to college, but they always made learning and intellectual curiosity a big part of our lives.
The process of applying to college was helped by a teacher at school, because neither of my parents went to high school or college. And I had my 3 other friends who did have families that helped them, and they helped me. There wasn't something like uAspire when I was at the right age to be thinking about that.
Going to college was like the most important thing in a lot of ways for my mom, right? Because she dropped out and she wanted to make sure that I continued through college, that I understood that life would be a little bit more challenging without that.
The process of applying for college for me was really bewildering. My parents hadn't gone to university, so they didn't really know what to tell me or how to guide me to do it myself. I was fortunate in that my close friends were going, and their parents encouraged me and had that expectation of me, and that really pushed me to do the research and apply myself. But I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I only applied for one school, and so if I hadn't got in there, I'm not sure where I'd be now.
What I would say to someone who is thinking about college right now and who's kind of questioning whether they can afford it or not is that you can't afford not to go. Right? And so I would say let's really sit down and think about like what the cost is, and you do what you can do. You leverage resources from every which way.
Coming from a background where your parents or previous generations haven't gone to college, it's tremendously valuable. A super important part of college is the personal and professional network you can gain of like-minded, interesting people that can help you, in all of the pursuits you might have.
Well, I think that there are a lot of young people who need help figuring out how to apply, because many people are not prepared when they get into college. So we need to have people not only helping them get in, but helping them get through.
I knew that I'd been really fortunate to go to school, but it really hit home for me that this was unique, and it just highlighted again the values that school has had in my life, and the importance of helping others that might follow my footsteps.
And the future of our society is investing in the young people, and uAspire does that, and I think that's wonderful.
If we lack that trust and belief in ourselves, we either believe we don't belong there or we believe we can't achieve it. Planting that seed of belief and to take away those barriers. And so believing in yourself, but then also believing in other people. So we all need somebody to say, you can do this, and I'm here to help you.